Hello everyone, you're welcome. This is Kingsley from KingspetDesigns. If you're just joining me for the first time, please ensure you subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload new video. Okay, in today's tutorial, this is actually the last segment of this particular section of this my homepage, where I said I was going to show you how to work on this our footer. This is, you can see we stopped here. Now today we'll be looking at the footer, how to customize the footer. So any footer, the footer now will attend to appear to every page we actually create or we open. The footer is actually going to appear. So now let me walk you through how to do this yourself. Now we are going to go back to where we have our dashboard. We are going to go back to our dashboard. Here in our dashboard, we are going to come, I believe you already have your Elementor Pro in case you don't know where to get your Pro version, because for you to do what I'm going to be showing you now, you need the Pro. So in case you don't have a Pro on your own system right now, you can actually get it from the description box below. There's a video on where you can get it on the description box below. So actually I'm going to come to where we have our template, then you come to theme builder. Just come to theme builder. You are going to see it's going to come up with the list of all your templates you've been working on that you've created already. So in the last one we created our menu bar. So this is our header, that's our menu bar, the one we did use to as our name. This is it. So this time around I'm going to come to where we have our footer. We have single, we have achieved. So I'm going to come to where we have our footer. When you click on footer, it's going to open up the footer now for add a new footer. So it's actually going to be a footer. So I'm going to, in the name, you can give it any name you want. Let me say I'm giving my main footer. Let me just select from it. So now click on this, on create. So once you click on create, what it's going to do is going to take you straight to your Elementor. It's going to open up Elementor for you to start working up your footer. So once you've done that, this is what it's going to open something like this for you. Actually, if you're using something like an internet connection, you're actually going to see that this is going to pop up every different design of footer that Elementor has. So you can actually pick from any of them and then edit it to your taste. But I actually don't want to use any of them. That is why I'm going to close this. Then you can see this is my header, my content area, and my footer I'm going to create now. It's not actually going to show you the previous footer we actually had, because this one it already knows we want to create a separate one. So now I'm going to bring in, let me say, my header tag. I'm going to bring this here. So I'm now going to bring in let me say I want my title to be at the top, my site logo to be at the top. I'm going to leave it like this. Then let's say after this I'm going to also bring in something like let me bring in my nav menu also at the bottom. Then after the nav menu, what I'm going to be bringing in, I'm going to be also bringing in I'm going to be bringing this down. So I believe this 3 here actually will solve my problem, what I actually need to do. This will actually solve that problem for me. So now what I'm going to be doing, let me start from each and every. Let me come here now where I'm going to copy this text. I actually need this text the way it is now. So I'm going to bring it to where we have this and replace it with this. So this is what I'm having. So I'm going to come, I need it to be at the center. It should be at the center. Then coming to this place, I want to change the text. Or let me leave it for now. Let me leave the color for now. Then on this, I'm going to come here and change the size of this. Now I'm going to the width of my text. Now I'm going to make it So this, I'm going to, let me make it something like 25. Let's see how it looks like. So I think it's a bit bigger, so let me make it 20. So now on this side, now let me make this, let me give this a color so that I will just be seeing what I'm doing right away. So I'm going to come here, a blue, let me see. I want to give it something like what we have at the header there. Okay, let me leave it this way. And now on this, let me remove this. On this one now, I'm going to, yeah, on this, let me stretch it. I need to stretch this so that it stretches to the end. Okay, I think I have it something like this. Now I'm going to now work on this side. Now let me click on there and make this to come to the center. Now as it's at the center, I'm going to also change its own color. So I'm going to text color, I'm going to make it white. The text color, I can decide to change the font type. Let me say something, I'm using something like Helvetica, which is actually, I can decide to reduce the size. Let me say 14. I think 14 should be okay. Alright, now on this side, now you can see this. On this one also, let me change the color scheme. Don't want to make it pure white, so something a bit gray. So I think I'm okay with it this way. So now what this logo, let me still reduce it a little. Let me make it something like 15, or let me see how it looks like first. Okay, this is what I have. Now what I'm going to be doing, you can see I don't want to give much space here, so I'm going to see how to close this a little. So on this side now, I'm going to come here. Now on this side, I'm going to remove anything, the spacing and padding with under it. On this now, I'm going to come to advanced. Then since we on the top here, the top margin here, I'm going to minus it. Let me say 30. I think 30 is too much. Let me say 20. Let's see. I think it's coming up. Let me adjust this a little. Let me click on this. 15. Let's make it 15. Then on this one, advanced, let me make this one also, let me say 10. I want it to go a little bit closer to it. Okay, let me assume this is actually what I'm going to be having on my footer. You can actually see how to bring in any other stuff here. Maybe you want to, let me say for example, duplicate this into 2, or try to making it any way you want it. You can actually try and see. You can decide to bring in an inner section. Let me say bring in an inner section over to this place. Then probably pick this and place it here, and maybe get another text this thing, and maybe put something like let me say you might decide to put something like designed by, let me say Kingspet. You can decide to put any name you want. Let me assume this is what I'm having. So I just want to show you now. This is where this one is actually here and this is here. You can see I don't really want to bother about the alignment. You can see this one was because I pushed this side up, and this one there's nothing there, and the color also. So now on this one, now I want to make it to flow from this side, from the left hand side. It should come from the left hand side, and probably this also. I'm going to change it. It should flow from this side. So now so it hasn't changed. This one hasn't changed yet. And let me see from here. Flow it Okay, now I think it has changed. So you can see how it's now. This is here and this here, and this seems to be as if it's at the center. You can actually play along with it and push this down. Okay, now let me show you another thing now. From here you can actually still make it maybe 3 section. Let me duplicate this into 3 now. Add new column. Bring this column to this side. Now on this menu, let me drag my menu into this place. My menu comes here now. Now on this side, now I'm going to reduce this a little and reduce this a little. I need more space for. Then on this, let me try to adjust the margin. Let me make it 0 so that it becomes normal. And on this, let me make this side some white. And this is my menu. I think this is my footer. Actually now is become looking okay. So you might decide to leave yours this way or decide to bring in any format you want, but this is actually how to create your own footer yourself. So now once I'm done with this, now if I should publish this particular thing, now it's going to tell me to choose. Now I'm going to add the condition I want to show to the entire site, then click on save. So once that is done, this will actually update. By the time it updates, the only thing you need to go and do is to go to your website and just refresh your website, and everything will take a new look. So now let's see. This is what we had the other time. Now let's refresh this website and see. Once we refresh the website, you can see we now have a new look. This is how our footer is now looking. If you're still watching this video and you have not yet considered subscribing to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload new videos. Okay, since we now have our website like this, the next thing I'm going to be doing, I want to add something on this, like a shape, kind of a shape on this particular, the top part of this particular footer. So I'm going to come back to my footer where I have my footer, but this time around I'm going to click, okay, sorry, I'm just going to do something. Let me bring in my sites and bring something here. I want to add something so that I'll be able to click on that particular place. Or let me see something. Let me just bring this here so that I will create a new one here. So now I'm going to drag this up. This is so that it will enable me to, you can see sometimes when you try clicking it won't pick that particular. So now I can now click on this to select this now. So after doing this, now I'm going to come to where I have my advanced, come to advanced, then come to where, sorry, not advanced, just come to where you have our style, come to where you have style. Now I'm going to come to where we have shape divider. Click on the shape divider, then we need it at the, if you need at the top or at the bottom. Right now I need mine to be at the top, not at the bottom, so I'm going to work on top, then come here where we have this. You can select any one you want from this drop down. So if I should want it menu, you can see this is how it looks like. This is how this one looks like on that mountain. If I should pick drops, this is how this looks like. So anyone you pick from here will actually give you what that particular shape you want. You can see. So on this particular one I'm going to be using, I would prefer more of the mountain for this particular tutorial, but so that we have a nice look, I'm going to see how to reduce the width. Let me reduce the height of it a little. I think I'm okay with it like this. This should be okay. Let me say 60. But now let me adjust, because of the menu, this my logo here. I'm going to do some little adjustment on that particular side because of the logo we are having. So let me just adjust this place, give a little space at the top. So I'm going to come to where we have advanced. Make sure you select this place, come to where you have advanced, then I'm going to click here on the, I'm going to add a little padding at the top. Then I'm adding 30 pixels for the padding at the top. So I think we now have something that is looking much more okay and better for me. So now let's try and see something. I'm going to remove this other one I created. So let me adjust this. Now before I do that, you can see on this now, let me come here where I have, you can actually change the color to whatsoever color you want. Let me say the shape divider now. Once I click on it, you can see we have mountains. You can see you can change the color to whatsoever you want, to whatsoever color you want. You can actually change it to which color you want. So let me say, for example, I want to leave it like this. You can actually use any color you want. As I said, you can see you can change different varieties of color. But I'm going to leave mine like this. For this particular tutorial, I'm going to leave mine this way. So once I have done with that, I'm going to hit on update. No, sorry, before I hit on update, I'm going to drag this up, so that I'll just do it once and for all. Once I drag this up and place it, we have something like this. Then I'm going to now remove this one down here, then update now. So once I'm done with this, with the update, I can now refresh my website. So you now see that it's going to take a different total look. So let me refresh my website and see after, once it's finished updating. Okay, let me now move ahead and refresh my website and see. So after refreshing my website, this is what I now have. So you can see you can actually increase this to whatever size you want. You can play around with all these effects here. So I just wanted to show you how to do all this. So this is where I'm going to stop in today's tutorial. I believe you might have learned a lot from all this, from the when we started on designing this our homepage up to this particular extent. If you have any question or any difficulties anywhere, you can actually drop in the comment box below, or you have any video idea you want me to create, you can also do that. For the remaining aspect of this tutorial, remember I told you I'm going to be showing you all this, so just stick around. All the process of which I'm going to show you is going to be a very easy process. You can see this, creating this particular web homepage actually took us quite some time, because we are trying to get everything done step one after the other, step by step, creating it ourselves. But in the next part of this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to create some of these pages yourself. I'm going to be using a very fast and easy approach, so you don't have to miss this remaining part of this particular course section. So make sure you come back to watch it, anything from next week. Until next time, bye for now.